Episode of Road to the World Series. Today we finish off this series with the Pirates as we were able to win yesterday in extras, 2-1 on a walk-off base hit from shoot, I can't even remember who got it. I think it was Zobrist, or no, it was Jason Hayward yesterday, and a great game. Our pitching staff pitched much better than they did the day before. And looking for much of the same today from Jason Hamill, who's 10-2, going for his league-leading 11th win of the season. He'll be squaring off against Juan Nicasio. Nicasio has a 3-3 record with a 5.37 ERA, so alluding to the fact that he does give up quite a few runs, which would bode well for us, considering Hamill has one of the best ERAs in baseball. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into this ball game here and see if we can get win number 45 on the season. And I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to Matt, Eric, and Steve out at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, and I'll be back after this one, guys. Enjoy.
Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Should be a fun Father's Day matchup between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. Two of the game's great sluggers, McCutchen and Rizzo, are next on the show. Jason Hamill gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2. You're going to have to pitch real well in this one to keep that ERA as minuscule as it is.
Starling Marte heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Starling Marte.
This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. And that's just shy of the baskets and off the ivy.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. Around third and being waved on home.
And what an open to this one. An inside the park home run to start the ball game.
Yeah, and you can sort of sense this one coming. I mean, once this thing hits off the wall and they have a little bit of trouble out there with it, he decides he's just going to keep right on going. And he winds up scoring on the inside the park home run.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And they've got themselves a pretty good-sized lead in the division coming into play. Certainly not out of reach yet, but they've got to be pretty comfortable with where they're sitting at this point in the year.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Hamill gets the sign. Here it is on 2-1. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Bryant onto the grass, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Eric Karros, who you focused on.
Well, Matt, I'm going to be paying close attention to Starling Marte. He's having a really nice season with the bat, sporting a slugging percentage over 500, so there's a good chance he'll have some sort of impact offensively in this one.
Andrew McCutchen digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Well, you know, the big key to throw on the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there, you know he loves to get you to chase.
On to first, and there are 2 down. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. He can go get him with the best of anyone.
Jung Ho Gong steps in, and he's really been feeling it at the plate the last week or so. Definitely a guy to keep your eye on right now. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it, 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And Zobrist will make the catch, and that'll be that. So just the 1 hit in the inning, but it's a home run that pushes him out in front. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Pirates 1, the Cubs coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Juan Nicasio gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
For the Cubs, center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they've been on a nice little roll here.
And it's been a great start to this road trip so far. They've won 4 of the first 5 games. Normally, even if you just play 500 ball on the road, you'll do fine. So they're exceeding that number and then some.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1 now.
And even just 4 pitches in, you need to find a strike here because you don't want to give them a free base runner to start the night.
Hit high and deep to right center. McCutchen going back. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo home run there for Dexter Fowler. 12 home runs for him now thus far. And the Cubs are back to even now at 1 run apiece.
So much for getting out to that early lead on the road. You can go ahead and kiss that goodbye. This pitch is just planted right in his wheelhouse, and you won't miss too often when you leave him there.
Jason Hayward digs in for the first time now and looking to break out of this little 6-game dry spell at the plate.
Jason Hayward.
Into the seats, 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
A good job there making a 2-strike adjustment.
Batting third.
Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Chris Bryant will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, yesterday he just kept things rolling. You know, he's had 8 RBIs in his last 10 games. I got to take that.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
These guys are just too aggressive at the plate. I mean, they're last in the league in OBP. So you need to work on being a little bit more patient. But, you know, teams don't change their stripes at this time of the season. So it's going to be really difficult for them.
First offering on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Rodriguez for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We've got more on this Sunday night after this. John Jaso gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak.
First baseman, John Jaso.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Nope,
the 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Hamill has his target. Here's the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Hot shot to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting sixth, shortstop, Sean Rodriguez.
Sean Rodriguez will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Ball inside.
Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase, but when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Stepping in now, Cole Figueroa, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 281 the average entering play. 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Now the 0-1. Now a flare out toward right center. Coming on is Fowler. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Ben Zobrist will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded back up the middle. And he's retired here, 1 away. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Starling Marte out there in left field in this one. He won the 2015 Gold Glove Award. Very athletic. You couple him with some of the other outfielders in this ball game, man, oh man, does not look like there are going to be any hits out there.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs.
And he leads this ball club in that department, so he's really been the guy that they're looking to drive the ball out of the yard.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Here's Javier Baez. As he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. Think he'll see another one of those before this at-bat's through?
After that swing, I think you can just about take that to the bank.
2 out, nobody on. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
He's just having all kinds of trouble up there.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more Sunday Night Baseball following this. Chris Stewart will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, Matty, the good news is that average is on the rise. He's batting over 500 in his last 10 games, so he's as hot as anybody right now.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Hot shot on the ground is short. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
The pitcher, Juan Nicasio, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. The second for one, on to first, and they get the double play.
Well, the whole ballpark knows he's bunting, so there's no catching him by surprise here. He kind of winds up jabbing at this one, and he hits it a little too hard. No hesitation this time as the throw goes to second, then on to first, and it ended up being a pretty easy double play.
Here's Starling Marte. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Hamels is ready. 0-1 on its way. Now a bunt attempt here, but this will get foul for strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit well on the ground to first. Rizzo was there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Bucks go down quietly. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Miguel Montero will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And, you know, you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now, that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
I smell another changeup coming here before too long.
Could even be right here.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. You know, now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Hit out towards second. Figueroa comes up with it and reined in one away.
He's been able to bounce back strongly after that first inning home run, and he's set down 6 in a row now since then.
Settling in now, Jason Hamill. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
And he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 24.
Dexter Fowler will stand in to try to duplicate his first at-bat where he homered to open the inning.
And it was a nice at-bat, too, Matty. He looked really, really comfortable up there.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Look out, 2-0 now.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Grounded to the right. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Gregory Polanco will start out the inning here for the Pirates, to be followed by Andrew McCutchen waiting on deck.
Gregory Polanco.
Had him reaching that time. It's strike 1. Called strike 0-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. hit hard on the ground to second. Zobrist is there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Jung Ho Gong is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at bat. And that's dead center for strike 1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
2 out, nobody on. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Please, Hamill, don't hurt him.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Pirates. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Jason Hayward is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter's going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
Hit hard up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit. So make it 2 hits for him in this one as he's on base here in the home 4th. And as we pull up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks 2nd on the team in that category.
Yeah, he's a big producer offensively for this ball club. Definitely one of the guys they depend on to make things happen.
Striding into the box, Chris Bryant. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Good sharp slider there, and he couldn't catch up to it. 2-1 now. Here it is. Off and running is Hayward. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
Boy, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
Looking to avoid his first walk. 3-2 now. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. One out and a runner on second base. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
One, two is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Ben Zobrist is on deck. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw on to first, 2 gone. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. We played 4 full, all tied at 1-1. John Jaso will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Hamill into the wind. Here's the first pitch. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1-2. Here it comes. Ripped on the ground to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
Sean Rodriguez is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Drilled down the line. And he misses with it. 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Tap foul at home plate. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. That was looking like it was going to be a fastball on the outer half, then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
Into the box now, Cole Figueroa. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Hit to short. There's Baez, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Yeah, kind of a high chopper. This is a tough play for a shortstop on the move. Winds up beating it out.
Chris Stewart is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ball game. Heading out toward shallow right. Hayward has a play, and that's the third out. Pirates leave 1. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Ben Zobrist comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Second baseman, Ben Zobrist.
He pulls this one into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
First pitch swinging here to start the inning, and he didn't waste any time waiting for his pitch. He got it right there. Just hit it right at somebody.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Oh, and he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
1 out, nobody on. Too high. 1-2.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these 2 arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Javier Baez comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. That's inside. 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Belted high in the air out to left. Marte going back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Nearly a great play out and left. You'll see him jump for this ball and not quite be able to pull it in. That's going to get over his head and wind up a double.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. And now you've got a base open here with the pitcher on deck. Is this a workaround situation?
I think absolutely. With 2 outs here, no sense in giving this guy anything to hit if you can pitch to the pitcher instead.
The 1-0 delivery. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, it's pretty obvious to me right here. First base is open following that double. I don't think they have any intention of giving him anything in the strike zone.
Swung on, missed. 2-1.
And this is where you have to be smarter at the plate. There's a good chance they're working around you with the base open, so don't go helping them out.
To 2-2 now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. Juan Nicasio will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th.
Juan Nicasio.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called. And on 3 pitches, he's your first out of the inning.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Starling Marte strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Hard liner toward short, and that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Around first, on his way to second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Well, I think they've seen enough of this guy for the weekend. He's absolutely eating them alive, and he's at it again as he drives this one for 2 bases.
Here's Gregory Polanco, as he'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike one.
Boy, he is just wearing guys out with that two-seam fastball. I don't care if it's inside, outside, he's really hitting his spots well.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And he falls behind 0-2. Hamill sets. Here's the 0-2. Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Zobrist has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Andrew McCutchen will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. He's got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to short. Throw. Got him by a step. Would have been a run if he beat it out, but the inning is over. 1 left for Pittsburgh. Score remains tied 1-1. Jason Hamill will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th.
Jason Hamill.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Polanco. 1 down.
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like 2 totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
Dexter Fowler will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. First delivery to him on the way. That's yanked into the stands, strike one. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Not even the best players are immune to a bad call from time to time. And to me, that's not a strike. I think to him that's not a strike either. But, hey, the guy in blue, it's strike 3, and he's the only one that counts.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike one. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. McCutchen is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Jung-Ho Kang will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
A little bouncer. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
John Jaso will stand in again. Couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Sean Rodriguez stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit on the ground to short. Baez fields it cleanly. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. Still tied 1 apiece. Chris Bryant steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Action now in that Pirate bullpen as a left-hander starts to heat up down there. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
0-1 pitch on its way. 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report, because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that's going to land foul. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Marte is under it. 1 out.
First baseman.
And there you get a look at his pitches by inning. You can see the count. He's at 83 for the ball game. Not a huge concern just yet, but he's starting to get up there.
Anthony Rizzo comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe this game isn't tied if it weren't for that. I mean, double plays are such huge rally killers.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Skied into straightaway right. There to make the play is Polanco, and there are 2 away now.
The second baseman, number 18.
This is not normally the kind of swing you associate with a good hitter like this. I mean, he's caught reaching for a pitch that he really has no business swinging at, and that becomes a very easy out.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, this might have caught a little too much of the inside part of the plate. I think he wants us in a little tighter, but didn't get it in all the way, and it winds up costing him.
Kyle Schwarber will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. In there, strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1-2 pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. Score remains tied 1-1. Francisco Cervelli is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Francisco Cervelli.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison to this point. And as you could imagine, in a 1-1 ball game, both guys sporting excellent lines so far. Chris Stewart will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, he probably won't have too big a dip in velocity the rest of the way. But the later this game goes, the more important it'll be to watch where his location is. That's probably the bigger concern.
And this is taken in easily, and just like that, 2 are gone to start the 8th inning. 2 very well-pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ball game. Things have been tight throughout. David Freese will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 23, David Freese.
And he lays off there, 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. On the ground towards second. Taken in by Zobrist. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Jared Hughes is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Jared Hughes.
Jordy Mercer will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Mercer.
Javier Baez steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
The shortstop, Javier Baez.
And he takes ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Two and 0 count, and the pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Shot to third, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone.
Wow, and I think a sigh of relief is in order out there on the mound after that one. That's the potential go-ahead run if he can get aboard. Instead, it's just a loud lineout.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. One out, nobody on. That's by him for strike 1.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And there's ball 2 now.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
The set and the 2-1 pitch. On the ground near home. Stewart scoops it up. A spin and a throw. The spin throw gets him at first. Nicely done for the second out.
You saw the numbers when he came in a minute ago. He is yet to give up an earned run this year, so you can't ask for a whole lot more than that from one of the keys to your bullpen.
Jason Hamill will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still tied 1 apiece. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. Starling Marte strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Line drive to center field on a base hit. So a great start to the 9th as the possible go-ahead run is aboard to kick off the inning.
The batter.
He is fired up as he heads down to first base. He is now the go-ahead run, looking to put his team ahead.
Here's Gregory Polanco. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Hamill is there and he makes the catch for the out.
And you know, it's easy to say that was a wasted opportunity to move that go-ahead run up 90 feet. But you know what? Give that pitcher a little bit of credit, too. He knows the bunt's coming, so he's not going to make it easy on the hitter. And that's a great pitch right there, and he gets him to pop it straight up.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Hit hard towards second. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Now batting.
And remember now, you've got a guy on first base that loves to run. And if he's on the move right there, this is going to be a double play. So luckily for them, he wasn't breaking that time. So in that respect, they might have caught a break.
In now, Jung Ho Kang. Snap throw from the catcher, but he gets back in time. The 1-0 delivery. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a fly ball hit fairly well out to deep center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Pirates leave 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Dexter Fowler will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. He's set. Here it comes. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. This man out for his second inning of work. Did a nice job getting them 1, 2, 3 last time around.
Yeah, but that was against the 7, 8, 9 guys. Things may be a little more difficult here now that he has to face the top 3 in the lineup.
Grounded up the first baseline. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. McCutchen comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Digging in, Jason Hayward. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a big swing by Hayward, but this is on the ground to second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
2 quick outs here to start the inning. It's looking more and more likely that we're going to need extra innings here to decide this one.
Chris Bryant will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike.
If there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
Here's the 0-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. John Jaso ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
First baseman, John Jason.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at 2 close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Hit hard to short. Baez has it. Throw to first gets him. 1 out here to lead off the 10th.
Boy, after that first inning home run, he's had these guys eating out of the palm of his hand. They just haven't been able to sustain any kind of rally against him.
Sean Rodriguez strides in, grounded out his last time through. First pitch of the at-bat. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. And here in the extra frames, he's just now coming up on pitch number 100. Bases are empty, one man out. Hard hit ball to second. On to first, and there are two down.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold, serve, and then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Digging in, Jordy Mercer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Schwarber is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. Still tied 1 apiece. Anthony Rizzo will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he commits to the pitch inside, and he definitely went around. That's strike 1. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Now here's the pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Ready on 1 and 2. Chopped in front of home plate. Stewart is up with it, and a rather easy first out.
Well, they're hitting them, I guess, but they're just not making solid contact. Here's another easy out, and he's just had his way with these guys since coming in here.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 tough sliders there back to back, and he couldn't get him to bite on either. Now he might have to change tack here, down 2-0.
1 out, nobody on. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Polanco has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom half. Starting to look like this one's going to go another inning. Great.
Kyle Schwarber stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first, and we are going to the 11th inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Score remains tied 1-1. Chris Stewart comes to the plate as the leadoff man here in the 11th inning.
Chris Stewart.
Pedro Strop will be summoned from the bullpen here as he'll take over to start inning number 11.
46, Pedro Strop.
Chris Stewart gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Stewart.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And he misses low with it, 2-0. A slider here is low, 3-0 now.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Fly ball out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it, 1 away.
Yeah, that's just a good pitch right there. That's a two-seam fastball working its way back inside, and he's probably fortunate he didn't break his bat. He winds up getting this one right down there on the label, and he's retired.
Matt Joyce will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Joyce.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2.
And as a defender, these are the kind of pitchers you like to play behind. Someone who pitches to contact, keeps the defense involved, and he gets an easy pop-up right here.
So standing in, Starling Marte. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle from the stretch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Pirates. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Archimedes Caminero will take over now to start the home 11th, knowing that just 1 would be the end of this ball game. Javier Baez digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Low with the splitter, ball 1. Down the third baseline. Gung's got it. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
Now batting, catcher, Miguel Montero.
Miguel Montero will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Ooh, he saws him off with that one.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Here's the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Well, that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. Now, he's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Jorge Soler will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 68, Jorge Soler.
And this is taken outside for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike one.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing hard liner to left center. And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
The center fielder, number 20.
Maybe one more chance to put this game to bed once and for all. The winning run's on second base. 2 outs now. And you can bet that on any base hit, they're going to be giving him the green light around third base.
Now time is called, and with the potential winning run out there at second, they'll get a little more speed out there to perhaps score on a base hit. Here's Dexter Fowler now. Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. And the recovery will not be in time as he's into third on the passed ball. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
The 2-1 pitch. Good spot for the change there, and that'll knot things up at 2-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Still 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Drilled to first. Jasso takes it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Cubs strand one. Still tied 1 apiece. Travis Wood will come on now as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Number 37, Travis Wood.
Gregory Polanco will stand in to start out the 12th inning of play, and it starts to become a war of attrition once you've reached this point in the ball game.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's some really tired legs out there on both sides. The bullpens have been working overtime. Heck, even the announcers are starting to get a little bit hoarse.
To short. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Quick outs are the key at this point in the ball game. Save your bullets. You never know how far you're going to have to go.
Andrew McCutchen struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Fowler. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Well, this guy is a joy to watch out there in center field. He's got those long strides that allow him to close on the ball quickly, and he's able to track this one down and put it away.
Jung Ho Gong will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Line drive to left. Schwarber is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. Score remains tied 1-1. Jason Hayward strides in, grounded out his last time through.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a fastball is swung on and tipped foul right near home plate. It's strike 1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here's the 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Polanco has a read on it. He's got it 1 away.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Chris Bryant will go bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This ball will be chopped foul. 1 out, nobody on. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Wow, neither team really seems to want to take command of this ball game. I mean, this is ripe for the picking. Yet guys are just not coming up with good at-bats right now.
Anthony Rizzo will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. First pitch on its way. And they'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. A little tapper. On to first, and we're headed to 13 as that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. John Jaso steps in to begin the inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Zobrist has it, and a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1.
Now this deep in extra innings, they're just going to say, hey, this is your game now, pal. We need you to go as long as you can. And at least he started this inning off on the right foot.
Sean Rodriguez strides in, grounded out his last time through. Woods ready. First pitch on its way. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
And sometimes you can just have a little bit of a mental block on this play. It's just a simple step and throw, but he winds up firing it right by his man at first.
Here's Jordy Mercer now, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
Oh, he's got a legitimate gripe right there. I don't know about that one.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. And low, it's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Pirates, catcher, Chris Stewart.
Chris Stewart Digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
Lays off 1-0. Hit to short. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt them after all as the inning is over. One left for Pittsburgh. Still tied 1 apiece. Ben Zobrist is set to take his turn, leading things off as they'll try to walk off winners in the bottom half.
Zobrist.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses, ball 1.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
One 0 count. Here it is. That evens it up 1-1. One and one, here it comes. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he's retired 1 away.
He's put together 2 spotless innings so far out of the bullpen. I think a third would be above and beyond the call of duty.
Kyle Schwarber will step in. A ground-out victim as last time. He's set, and the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. To first, Jasso ranges to his left. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Into the box now, Javier Baez. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now, down 0-2.
Well, he doesn't look very settled up there right now, and I guess that's an easy thing to do when you're facing a guy who throws as hard as this guy does.
Here it comes, 0-2. High in the air out to center field. After it is McCutchen. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Score remains tied 1-1. Alan Henson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 59, Alan Hansen.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Two and 0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
And he lays off again, ball 3.
You're really wasting a lot of bullets on a guy that you should get out fairly quickly. You got to go right after him. Get him out of here.
On the ground up the middle. Baez ranging to his right, and he's set down, 1 away.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Starling Marte strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Yeah, no way for him to be able to get out of the way of that one. It's seen as though he's the go-ahead run. Probably wouldn't have tried too hard anyway.
Here's Gregory Polanco. Marte off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Well, I think we all know this guy is the whole package out there. He's homered earlier in the ball game. Now he shows off those wheels by taking second here on the stolen base.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Ground ball left side. Bryant's got it. Throw on to Rizzo is a low one, but Anthony able to bail out his man with a nice save there. Well done.
Now batting number 22,
Andrew McCutchen stands in here trying to get off the schneid. He's 0 for 5 so far.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for him, but he's got to let it go. You know, 1 for 6 is, what, 167 points better than an 0 for 6. And I'm not even sure how he did that math so fast.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. Starting to look like not only are they not going to walk him, but they're indeed going to challenge him.
And we've seen that mentality backfire many a time before. But you got to give him a little bit of credit on the mound. He's not backing down one bit.
And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. Yet another shot to end it right here as we move on to the home half of the inning, all tied at 1-1. Tony Watson is going to make an appearance now as he'll take over here in the 14th inning.
Tony Watson.
Miguel Montero will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Well, at least he was able to make contact, and that's better than most of his teammates can say up to this point. They've been whipping left and right.
Shot towards second. And this will find the seam into right field, and there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
The pitcher, number 37, Travis Wood.
Tommy La Stella will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 2, Tommy La Stella.
Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike 1.
Yeah, and when you're looking to run up and catch him by surprise, you're hoping it's going to be a fastball. Because when you get an off-speed pitch, it really kind of throws your timing off.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. Way outside. 1-2. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings. half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, let's take a look at this check swing here in slow motion. From this speed, it almost always looks like the guy goes around. Here, well, it looked like a good call down there at third base. I think that bat did break the plane, and that is a strike.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1.
And you know, his changeup and sinker sort of do the same thing. They both drop off the table pretty good at the end. The only difference is he usually wants you to hit his sinker, and he wants you to swing and miss at the changeup.
And no swing, apparently, ball one.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Possible winning run on first, one man away. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
This guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
The 2-2 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
The right fielder, number 22.
You make a mistake up to this guy, he's going to make you pay. This pitch is belt high, and he just jumps all over it and drives it into the alley to put runners on second and third now.
And there's ball four. So the bases are loaded, and we'll see how the infield decides to play it here.
Now batting, third baseman,
Chris Bryant will stand in now, hitless to this point, but with a chance to be a hero here.
Well, he knows better than anybody in that lineup that one swing could make up for a whole game's worth of struggles.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This is hit well out toward deep left field. Marte ranging back. Gone! Santa Maria. Game over. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Well, if you're going to win a game with a final swing, you might as well do it in style. A walk-off grand slam. Boy, did he put an exclamation point on this game.
And the Cubs were led tonight by the offensive exploits of this man, Dexter Fowler. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 5-1. Good night from Chicago.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago.
All right, guys, and the Cubs win this one as we're able to walk off again tonight. This time with a walk-off grand slam from Chris Bryant. They walked Jason Hayward to get to him, and honestly, for me, I probably would have pitched to Jason Hayward. But the big blow in this game was definitely from Dexter Fowler, who really put them in a predicament in that 14th inning, getting that double, moving Montero over to third with only one away, and then just looking for a deep fly ball with Bryant. And as soon as he hit it, I knew Marte wasn't going to get it. I knew the game was over, but did I not think that it was going to get out. Hit Tony Watson right in the face too on his picture on the scoreboard out there. So it was kind of fitting. It was a nice blow to the head for Watson as we were able to take 2 of 3 here from Pittsburgh. And what a wild series it was. 27 innings between the last 2 ball games after they just kicked our cans the first game of the series. And moving into the St. Louis series now, big series here where we can really put some distance between us and St. Louis in the division. St. Louis won on the Sunday here, so we're not able to gain ground there, but I still believe we're 6 games up, 6.5 up on the Cardinals as of right now, sitting at 45-24, 21 games over the 500 mark. Looking ahead to tomorrow's matchup, we're going to have Kyle Hendricks, he's had a pretty up and down season at the 500 mark with his record, a 6-6 record. He'll be squaring off against Jaime Garcia. Jaime Garcia, the last time we saw him, pitched really well until I believe it was like the 5th inning or something like that, and we just started teeing off on him. So hoping for that same kind of success against him this next time out. But like I said, big series here with St. Louis, 3 more at home, and then we take our longest road trip of the season, an 11-game road trip to Miami, Cincinnati, and New York. But the New York series, the big one on that road trip there, as they are up there in the NL East, and kind of our first chance at revenge after last year's NLCS loss. So we're going to go ahead and end this episode here, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, as well on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming, and then don't forget to give us a follow on Twitter as well at LRSGN. I'm Big Dope 7, and you guys be sure to keep it real.